Okay, here we are with the replacement of our camshaft, and we're gonna go ahead and do our timing chain and new sprockets and everything and gears. Okay, so we've got a new camshaft here. We've got our gear puller here. Just picked this up from Harbor Freight. We're gonna remove our harmonic balancer, our timing chain cover, all that stuff. While this is off, we'll go ahead and throw a nice coat of paint on that, and then start rebuilding this motor back up. So let's go ahead and set up the puller here. Okay, so I've already removed two of these bolts here. These are 1/2 inch. This one here's a 3/4. So we're gonna remove those bolts. And then take this outer pulley off. And then we'll have to use our puller to remove that balancer on the back end, which will most likely be this same bolt. All right, so we got the pulley off here. That came off just with the 3 small bolts and then the large 3/4 inch bolt in the middle there. What I just realized is I got the wrong puller. This is for like power steering pumps and stuff like that. I do need this anyway, so I'm gonna have to go back to Harbor Freight and get the right puller, the harmonic balancer puller. Might as well just buy it because I'm gonna need it again for the Datsun project. So we're gonna get that, and then we're gonna have a couple retaining bolts here around, and then they go underneath where the oil pan's at. And we'll yank this off. We'll yank off the cover here for the timing chain. And then this video is only gonna be timing chain and camshaft. So I'm gonna head over to Harbor Freight, and my wife just told me I gotta go to the Asian store, so we'll do a little montage over there, because I love going in there. It's like a field trip. So cue the Asian store. Okay, so here we are. We're going to the Asian store. This is the World Fresh Market. It's in Moore, Oklahoma. It's not really the Asian store. It's kind of like an ethnic grocery store. My wife likes to shop there. She's from the Philippines originally, and it's always like a field trip every time I go in, because it's like, oh, they got some weird, crazy stuff in here. So I have fun. I embarrass my wife, and it's kind of what I do. So break from the engine, and we'll stop at Harbor Freight and get the correct puller for that too. So check it out. Worship me, worship me. I am your leader. Ding, 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 ding. I want you. I want you. Yeah, you're feisty. Bloop, bloop. Tilapia. $5.49 a pound for that guy. Look at that guy. This is where he ends up. Right here. And over here, he's $2.19 a pound. So I guess they're cheaper dead. Got some red snapper here. Seen some of them before.
That's a good one.
Those look delicious. Banana shank meat. I have no idea. Duck feet. Quail eggs. Balut. It's got a baby duck inside. Crunch, crunch. These are always fun. Sometimes I'll buy one of these and just leave it in a random refrigerator at work. Look at that. It's like fuzzy. These are basil seeds up in here. One of these is pretty good. This one, I think. Look at that. Looks like what the Hulk drank. Oh, field trip. Acquisition. It's not sarsaparilla, but it's still Sioux City. They got the birch beer and the orange cream. You got the Stewart's over there too, but no sarsaparilla. Would have been jam up to add some of that. A durian. I don't know if you've ever had a durian, but they smell god-awful, but they are really good. One of the greatest things about these stores, the chips and the snacks are awesome. Lime, these are amazing. There's some other ones. The shrimp ones are actually really good too. These are really good. Yeah, good stuff. Found the shrimp chips. These are really good. Barbecue flavor and the regular ones. These are actually really good. So, candy. White rabbits. Oh my goodness. Like really hard, kind of taffy kind of thing. They taste like McDonald's ice cream. That's quoting my buddy Newman. So, they're really good. So, acquisition. Boy Ba Wang. They're like corn nuts, adobo flavor, really good. Barbecue, yes. Look at all this ramen. I had no idea until I moved to Hawaii. And then over here, I think they have this kind of ramen for profiling purposes. I don't know. Okay, we got some mochi for the kids. They're gonna like it. All right, showing my ignorance. Four different mochis. Four different mochis. So mochi for the kids. Time to go home. Hungry. All bagged up, ready to go. World Fresh Market, Moore, Oklahoma. Showing my ignorance and embarrassing my wife. That's what I do. All right, here we are back at the house. Went to Harbor Freight. Got this 2620. This puller here should work wonders for this. I've rented these in the past, but it'd be kind of nice to have it. And this is not a top of the line thing, but if you're only doing this, you know, maybe twice a year like I am, this should work just fine. So this is a harmonic balancer puller, also for other things as well. But this will work just fine. So we'll go ahead and get this set up and yank that out. So hope you all liked the Asian grocery store. It was fun, and hope I didn't offend anybody. Okay, so we've got our puller installed. I've got my assistant cranking this off by hand. So what this is going to do is push this rod in, and these bolts are going to bring it back. Okay, so you're getting close. So now that you've done this by hand, next time I'll let you use air tools.
Why can't I use them now?
Yeah, because you need to get it out of the way. Learn how to do it by hand.
I know.
What if you're stuck on the side of the road and you need to pull a harmonic balancer?
I did this whole thing by hand.
All right, well, that's good. You need to do that for the first one, first engine. So when we do your Datsun, we'll get you into some higher tools, okay?
Okay.
All right, so now we've got the harmonic balancer off. Now we're going to pull off all of our retaining bolts for our timing chain cover. And these do go underneath. I think we have to pull this wonky little thing out here under the oil pan off. And there should be another bolt on the front as well. So let's take all these bolts off here. So this one here I know is longer than these other ones. So easy for buildup. But we just need to keep track of where all these go. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull this off. Okay, so we've got all our bolts out, and this thing is ready to,
For the third time.
For the third time, because we definitely didn't miss any bolts on the ends here. So here's the inside of our timing chain. Looks a little loose, huh? So we're gonna be changing all this out. This is key, so you really can't mess that up. We've got new seals for our cover. We're gonna paint the cover. So we're gonna remove all this and then take out our camshaft. Okay, so we've been cleaning up our seals here. But looking at this chain, that is a lot of slack. So we're gonna go ahead and yank this out. What is that? Maybe 11/16. Oh, that's the wrong French. 3/4. So we'll go ahead and yank this out and get that camshaft out. Okay, so what we've done here, I messed up. I didn't mess up, but I thought I was recording and I wasn't. But our camshaft is installed, new camshaft. Here's the old camshaft with the old sprocket and all that jazz. So now we have our new camshaft in, and we're spinning fine. We got our new crankshaft sprocket on, and I've kind of lined up the timing marks here already. So if you see, we can spin this, indicating we're in on all the journals and everything should be fine. But we have an indent here and an indent here. So these two need to look at each other. You remember when Atreyu went through the gate? Yeah, so these are the two cats on the side. So a tray's right here. So make sure these two are looking at each other, all right? So you can use a straight edge or however you want to do it, but if you're tip top like me, you can just look at it, and then when you put your chain on, it's kind of roebuck proof, all right? So let's go ahead and put our chain on. Okay, so we've got our sprockets installed, lined up here. This retaining bolt here has, well, actually it is a bolt, but this has a spring-loaded pin in here that connects to the back of the case, timing cover case. Here we did put a new, what I would call a garlock seal, and that pin rides in this little dimple here. So that's what keeps your camshaft from floating in and out, and it kind of just holds it in place as the sprocket spins so it doesn't come off those lobes. So we're going to go ahead and torque this to 80 foot-pounds, and also make sure you put on your little guard here that came out. So this is keyed. Just push it all the way back because the plate will actually hold this on. All right, but it's keyed so you can slide it over this and bam jam. So we're going to go ahead and torque this, and my assistant's going to do that. So here we are torquing to 80 foot-pounds. We did put our washer on because we're smart like that.
Yeah, because we totally didn't do it the first time.
Yeah, I was like, hey, this ain't right. All right, boom, that's a click. See, always get two.
Oh, okay.
Get two and make sure it doesn't move. You're moving this stand.
Really?
All right, come on. Get one more click.
I can't.
Okay. All right, so here we are. 1:20 in the morning. So we've got the timing cover installed. These two bolts here are for the alternator mount. There's a nut floating around here somewhere. I'll have to, pod walk down, I guess. So our TV, I don't know if we got that on the other video or not. But, well, previously, when we were torquing everything, I know that we had a video, but I don't know where we left off. I'm really tired. We had to quit and come back and blase, and my assistant is in bed. So she's got school in the morning. So we RTV'd this whole thing. There's a gasket in here, and it looks like Edward Scissorhands went finger painting where this three-piece kind of seal is, what I want to say, because when we put the oil pan, the cover, and the block, they all kind of mount right here. So this is a very big area for leaks. So even when this dries, I'm probably going to throw another bead on there. Just for blase. And then we went ahead and reinstalled our harmonic balancer and the pulley. So I've been reading forums and, this and that, because what I initially thought was a timing issue with this engine. So when I put this thing on, my mark is way out to lunch here, and I've read some forums stating that harmonic balancers that you buy don't line up, that the holes you got to wallow them out because they're a little, like a 1/16 of an inch off on all these holes. So I'm hoping that that's the case. The harmonic balancer did not look bad, so I'm going to go ahead and make a new mark here with a little whiteout pen. We are at top dead center, and my kid was Picassoing this shit up, and we can go ahead and start throwing. Oh, we can't see in there, it's really dark, but lifters go in here. That's what makes things happen. So we'll go ahead and put lifters in. I think I'm going to go to bed, and I wanted to get this thing hung tomorrow, but I don't think it's going to happen. So, and we've got our head over there and our valve cover over here, all nice and shiny. So I wanted to make sure that that we were doing the right thing. I don't want to put this thing back together and bad news bears. So I'm going to go to bed, and we'll hit this joint up tomorrow. We did torque this, I think 80 foot-pounds off the top of my head, and these are 20. So I do have the back of the motor held, so I don't have to, so it won't spin on me. But we are lined up, so I'm going to go ahead and mark that, and we're going to roll with it. And if we do have issues, maybe we'll swap this thing out. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Ooh, see that? Ninja caught that bug in the air. All right, check you in the morning. Well, I was getting ready to walk upstairs and go to bed and all that. So I'm going to take a shower because I'm icky. But I got thinking, I'm like, I think I told y'all at the beginning of this video, the only thing I was going to do in this video was camshaft install and timing chain. So I kind of think we did that. So we're going to call this one a close. The rest of the engine I'll build up on a different video. But, oh yeah, harmonic balancer install. I know I didn't show that. So I do have an installation tool, but you can use a mallet. Make sure you lube up the shaft on this, and because it's going to go on that seal that we replaced that's on this cover, like kind of like Garlock seal. So lube this up. You can whack it in with the rubber mallet and then use this bolt to pull it in on this particular model. Don't do that with all harmonic balancers. But there's a million harmonic balancer videos out there. But I actually had a tool that threads into that and then pulls it on and presses it into place. So yeah, but just make sure you're lined up. So yeah, we're gonna call this one a close. It is now 1:30 in the morning. I gotta be to work at well, I'm on shore duty now, so 7:30 I gotta be at work. But it is Khaki Friday, so I gotta polish my shoes too, so jam up. All right, well, we'll check you guys later. Like, subscribe, share, comment, be my friend. Bobby Lockwood out.